Bright Duty. Every student matters.
Welcome to another lecture, and in this lecture we are going to continue with the topic that we started, which is the reported speech. Now, in the earlier part of my video, I had explained you how to change a direct speech of the assertive sentence to an indirect speech. So, like I told you that we are going to talk about all the four types of sentences: assertive sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, and exclamative. We've learned about assertive sentences and the changes in them. I told you what a direct and an indirect speech is. Then I told you about the structure of the sentence, speaker, reporting verb, listener, as well as the reporting speech. The first and the foremost rule that I told you was that if my reporting verb is either in simple present tense or the simple future tense, the tense of the reporting speech will not change. It will remain the same. And the second rule that we learned was that if the reporting speech in itself is written a universal truth, so if the reporting speech is a universal truth, then that also will remain the same. There will be no change in the reporting speech's tense. The third thing that I told you about was that reporting verb. If you have a listener in the sentence, my reporting verb will change. If I do not have a listener in the sentence, then the reporting verb will remain the same. I told you the changes that will take place in the modal verb. Can will change to could, may will change to might, must will change to had to, shall will change to should. But if the sentence already has modal verbs such as could, should, might, would, then they will remain the same in direct as well as the indirect speech. So in today's lecture, I'm going to begin with the second type of sentence, which is interrogative sentence. Now, interrogative sentences are of two types. One type of sentence is that which begins with a WH family word. Now, what are my WH family words? Words how, where, who, why, when, which, what. So, the most common WH family words I've written for you. So, one type of interrogative sentences are those that begin with a WH family word, and the second type of interrogative sentences are those which begin with either a helping verb or a modal verb. Now, what are my helping verbs? Words like is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, do, will. These are what? My helping verbs. And what are modal verbs? Can, shall, should, could, may, and so on and so forth. So these are the two types of beginners that we have for our interrogative sentences. We'll discuss about both of them one by one. First, let us talk about the WH family word. So if my direct speech talks about a WH family word, how are we going to change it to an indirect speech? Let us see. Rohan said to Rahul, how are you? Question. Now this is a sentence. The first thing that I have repeatedly been telling you is to break the sentence. Break it. Rohan is the speaker. Said to is the reporting verb. Rahul is the listener. And how are you is the reporting speech. Now when we change direct speech to indirect speech, the first thing that happens is the speaker remains the same. So Rohan remains Rohan. Said to, which is my reporting verb. I have a listener in the sentence, so it will change to, here you are asking a question. So Rohan asked Rahul. Now here you can see these commas. In assertive sentences, we remove these commas and we put that in place of it. Here, we are not going to use that. In interrogative sentences, we never use that. On the other hand, what are we going to do? We will use the first word of my reporting speech. That is my WH family word, which is how. So, Rohan asked Rahul, how? Now comes your subject. Who are we talking about here? You. Who is this you used for? For Rahul. Rahul is a boy. So, he and are is present tense. Past tense of are becomes was. So, Rohan asked Rahul how he was. Full stop. So, what did I just do? Rohan, my speaker, remains as it is. Said to, my reporting verb, changes to asked. Rahul, my listener, remains as it is. I remove the commas and they become how. In place of the commas, I will use my WH family word only, which is how. Then, after the WH family word, we have to use the subject. Who are we talking about? Here we are talking about he, because the speaker is asking Rahul, how are you? So in place of you, we write he and are changes to was. So Rohan asked Rahul how he was. Let us take another example. Let me take the same speakers and the listeners throughout. So Rohan said Rahul, where are you going? Again, the first thing to do is to break. Speaker, reporting verb, listener, reporting speech. Speaker remains the same, so Rohan remains Rohan. Said to changes to asked. Rahul, my listener, remains the same. I remove the commas. What do I put in place of the commas? The WH family word, which is where. Then I have to write my speaker. Who is my speaker? I am talking about you. I am asking him. So, he. Are going is present continuous. It changes to was going. So, Rohan asked Rahul where he was going. Let us take another example. Rohan said to Rahul, which is your favorite book? And question. Again, what do we do first? We break. Rohan is the speaker, reporting verb, listener, reporting speech. Speaker remains the same, so Rohan remains as it is. Said to changes to asked. Rahul remains as it is. We remove the commas and we use the WH family word. What is my WH family word? Which. Then comes your subject. So, who am I talking about? Your. What is my pronoun here? Your. Who is this your used for? Rahul. So, which is, what am I talking about? Favorite book, and is changes to was. So, what do we do when my interrogative sentence begins with a WH family word? We keep the speaker as it is, we change the reporting verb to asked, we keep the listener as it is, we remove the commas and we put the WH family word in its place. We then write our subject, and whatever is the verb, you can see in all the sentences, the verb will always go at the end. So whatever is the verb, we will change it into past and will take it to the end. Now let us talk about the examples of the other type of interrogative sentence, that is those sentences which begin with either a helping verb or a modal verb. So, Rohan said to Rahul, "Are you feeling well?" So, what do we do? Now here you can see, break the sentence. Who is my speaker? Rohan. What is my reporting verb? Said. Rahul is my listener. And what is my reporting speech? Are you feeling well? Now this reporting speech is beginning with a helping verb, which is are. Now there is a difference in how we are going to change this. So, speaker remains the same, Rohan remains as it is, said to changes to asked, listener remains as it is, right? Now what to do when we remove the commas? When my sentence was beginning with a WH family word, we used the WH family word only in its place. Now my sentence is beginning with a helping verb. So what are we going to use? We will use either if or whether in place of these commas. Either if or whether. Then again, like I told you in this case, the verb has to be taken to the end. So after this will come, what are we talking about? You. Rohan asked Rahul if you are feeling well. So this you is used for Rahul, who is a boy. So he are feeling well is what tense? Present continuous changes to past continuous, that is was feeling well. What did I do here? Speaker as it is, reporting verb asked, listener as it is. Are, since the sentence is beginning with a helping verb, so we begin our sentence with either if or whether. When we remove the commas, we use either if or whether. Now since whether, the spelling of whether is a little difficult and students get confused, so I always advise my students to use if, because that is the easiest option available. So Rohan asked Rahul if, you has been used for Rahul, are feeling changes to was feeling, and then let's take another example. Rohan said to Rahul, have you done the work? And the first thing is divide. So speaker, reporting verb, listener, reporting speech. Speaker remains as it is, so Rohan remains Rohan. Said to changes to asked. Listener remains as it is. We remove the commas and we use if in place of it. After if, now will come what or who we are talking about. Who are we talking about here? You. So Rohan is asking Rahul if you Have you done the work? So this is used for Rahul. Now have done is present perfect. Have done changes to had done. You were. And let's take another example. Rohan said to Rahul, may I come in? Break, speaker, reporting verb, listener, reporting speech. Speaker remains as it is. Reporting verb changes to asked. Listener remains as it is. We remove the commas and what do we put in place of it? It. Who is being talked about? I. So Rohan said to Rahul, may I come in? This I has been used for Rohan, who is a boy. So we use he. If he, may is my plural verb. Now may changes to might. So if he might, come changes to go. Now, why did I change come to go? Because this is how we change time. There is a proper table for these changes. I shall be sharing with you that table after I give you the example. So, don't worry about it. And according to that table, if come is written in the active voice, then it will change to go in passive. Let us take another example. Rohan said to Rahul, can you help me? Reporting verb, listener, reporting speech. Speaker remains as it is. Reporting verb changes to asked. Listener remains as it is. Change the commas and we write if. So Rohan asked Rahul if. You is used for Rahul over here. He is a boy, so he. If he, can changes to would help me. So Rohan is asking this from Rahul. Rohan is also a boy. So Rohan asked Rahul if he could help him and this. So what did we learn? Interrogative sentences can either begin with a WH family word or they can begin with a helping verb or a modal verb. If the sentence is beginning with a WH family word, then obviously we will not write that. In interrogative sentences, we never use that. So we write the speaker as it is, reporting verb as it is, listener as it is. We remove the commas and we put the WH family word only in its place, and then the tense will change accordingly. The only thing that is to be kept in mind in case of an interrogative sentence is that the verb will always move to the end of an indirect speech. Now, when we talk about the helping verb or the modal verb, so in that case also the speaker remains the same, the reporting verb changes to ask, listener remains the same. We remove the inverted commas and the comma and we use either if or whether in its place. It is always advisable to use if because of the difficult spelling of whether, and then we obviously have to then write the subject or what is being talked about, and then the tense changes. Now, like I mentioned to you, the table, the changes that will take place in time. So, the changes in time How will we change the time from active to passive? Today, if today is written in active sentence, it will change to that day. If tomorrow is written in a sentence, that will change to the following day or the next day. Yesterday changes to the previous day. Come changes to go, same, the change that I did. Here changes to there. Now changes to then. Next week changes to the following week. So these are the changes that will take place in time from active to passive sentence. Now the next type of sentences that we are going to talk about are imperative sentences. Now what are imperative sentences? Those sentences that either make a request, give an order to someone, an advice to someone, or a suggestion to someone. Okay. Now, how do we change an imperative sentence? Changing the imperative sentence will depend on the mood of the sentence. And what do I mean by that? If the sentence is making a request, it will be reflected in the sentence. If the sentence is giving an order to somebody, it will reflect in the sentence. If the sentence is giving an advice to somebody, it will be reflected, and so on and so forth. For example, let us try and understand it with the help of examples only. So, Ram said, please close the door and close. Now, what is the mood of this sentence? We have used please here. Please is used when you are making a request to someone. Now, divide the sentence. Speaker, reporting verb, and reporting speech. When we change any sentence, now this should be on your tips now. The speaker remains the same. Now, reporting verb in the imperative sentence will change according to the sentence. Request is being made in this sentence. So, Ram requested. We remove the commas and we use to in place of it. After to, we always use the verb. Now, where did this please go? Why am I not using this please? Because please has already changed to requested. So, Ram requested to, what is my verb? Close the door. So, Ram requested to close the door. Let us talk about another sentence. Ram said to me, shut the window. Now, when you are not using please, if you are just saying close the door, close the window and something like this, then it does not remain a request, it becomes a command, it becomes an order. So, here Ram is giving an order to me, shut the window. So, what is the mood of my sentence? Order. Now, break. Speaker reporting verb, listener reporting speech. Ram is the speaker, my speaker remains as it is. Set to, which is my reporting verb, will change according to the mood of the sentence. Since we are giving an order to somebody, so Ram ordered. Who did Ram order? To me. So Ram ordered me. We remove the commas and we write to. After to, the first form of the verb, to shut the full stop. Let us take another example. The teacher said to the students, follow the traffic rules. Now break. Speaker, reporting verb, listener and reporting speech. Speaker remains the same, so the teacher remains as it is. Set to, which is my reporting verb. Now what is the mood of this sentence? The teacher is giving an advice to the students to always follow the traffic rules. So this is an advice. So the teacher advised the students, the commas and we put to. After to, we use the first form of the verb, so follow the traffic rules. And so this is how we change an imperative sentence from direct to indirect speech. The speaker remains the same, the listener remains the same, the reporting verb will change according to the mood of the sentence. We remove the commas and we put to in place of it, followed by the verb. The last type of sentences that we have are exclamatory sentences. Now what are exclamatory sentences? Those sentences with the help of which you are expressing some very strong emotion. They are exclamatory sentences. For example, now again, if I say, Ritika said, alas, I lost purse. So here again, read the sentence. Ritika is the speaker, reporting verb is said, and alas, I lost my purse is the reporting speech. Speaker remains the same. Now here also, the reporting verb will change according to the interjection which is used. What is an interjection? Words like alas, hurrah, hooray, wow, amazing, such words which express your emotion behind the sentence. They are known as interjections. And these words are always followed by an exclamatory mark. This is an exclamatory mark. This is how we identify an exclamatory sentence. So, said will change to, now here, alas, I lost my purse. What can you make out about the mood of the sentence? I lost my purse, so I would be very sad. So, Ritika exclaimed with sadness or sorrow. We remove the commas and we again do that. So, only in case of assertive and exclamatory sentences we use that. Interrogative and imperative will not use that. Okay. So, Ritika exclaimed with sadness or sorrow that. Who is this I? Who's lost the purse? Ritika, who's a girl. So, she lost is the simple past tense. Simple past tense changes to past perfect tense. So, she had lost, my changes to her, purse, and full stop. So, So we remove the inverted commas and we put a full stop at it. Let's give you another example. The boys said, "Hurrah! We have won the match." Full stop. Break the sentence. Speaker, reporting verb, reporting speech. So the boys, my speaker remains the same. Said, how will my reporting verb change now? Hurrah, what am I expressing? Hurrah expresses my happiness. We have won the match. So the boys exclaimed with happiness. The commas and we use that. B changes to, who are we talking about? The boys, who are plural. They have won changes to had won the match. So you can see in every sentence I am changing my interjection to my reporting verb. Okay. Let us take another example. The girl said, "Wow, the rainbow is so beautiful." Break. So speaker, reporting verb and reporting speech. Speaker remains the same, so the girl remains as it is. How will my reporting verb change now? Wow. When we say wow, you are very surprised at something. That is when we say wow. So the girl exclaimed with surprise. We remove the commas and we put that the rainbow is changes was so beautiful. So what did we learn in case of exclamatory sentences? That my reporting verb will change according to the interjection that I have used. I will remove the commas and will use that in place of it, and the tense of the reporting speech will change according to the rules which have already been taught to you. And with this, my dear students, we come to the end of this topic. We've explained to you the changing, the transformation of sentences in all the four types of sentences, that is assertive, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory. I hope that the topic is very much clear to you.